Jason Michael Paul, executive producer, The Legend of Zelda: Symphony of the Goddesses.
Okay, thanks. In 2012, there already was a series of concerts about The Legend of Zelda. Back then, the reason was the 25th anniversary of the franchise. So why did you and Nintendo decide to arrange another concert tour?
We just felt like we were leaving a lot of fans in the dark, and we wanted to be able to bring The Legend of Zelda to not just the fans of LA, London, and Tokyo, but to the worldwide audience.
What is new and revised at the Master Quest tour?
Master Quest is more or less an updated version. So, for example, Link Between Worlds, Skyward Sword, as well as Majora's Mask re-release. We've fully updated the program to reflect the current titles.
The variety of songs of The Legend of Zelda is very huge. How were the songs chosen in first place?
Well, obviously Mr. Kondo and Mr. Aonuma had a lot of influence on the selections that we've chosen for not just this concert, but all of the concerts, really. And then, of course, we've also relied on a lot of input from the fans. And then, of course, some of the newer games that have been coming out and re-releases obviously have been influencing a lot of this particular concert, such as Majora's Mask.
How much did you research for the concerts? Have you analyzed the games, for instance?
I was just talking about that. A Link Between Worlds, of course, was a game that I was playing, doing a lot of research on, and you'll hear a new arrangement that we've created for this particular concert, Master Quest, that I think you'll really appreciate. Definitely, my research paid off.
Okay. I hope so. To musicians, it may seem strange to play music taken from video games. What's their opinion toward the music?
It really is. In the beginning, when I first started doing this in 2004 with Final Fantasy, and everyone was didn't know what was going to happen, was really uncertain. But obviously, the success and the response from the fans, and the overwhelming response from the fans, and how much appreciation's really changed these musicians' minds. A lot of musicians now, they see it, the music's beautifully written, and it plays very well with orchestras and symphonies. So their response has changed. They're much more, they embrace this now. They see this as an opportunity to really connect with a new audience that they otherwise wouldn't connect with. So they see this as an opportunity to really bring in a breath of fresh air to these venues and really replace a dying audience, if you will.
The songs are accompanied by fitting scenes from the games. How have the scenes been arranged?
Well, obviously the music that we take, that we perform is obviously relevant in the way that it's from the game that it represents. So, for example, Ocarina of Time, our overture is more or less kind of a retelling of all the main theme, or the main themes with. So each song really represents the title or the game from the franchise. So, for example, the Link Between Worlds is more or less, I've taken the Low and the Hyrule themes and created this beautiful arrangement. And then, of course, Majora's Mask, the new arrangement that we've created, is taking you through the various days. And so, yeah, that's what the music represents.
What's your personal connection to video games? Which game or console did you start with?
Yeah, well, I know this is going to sound kind of cheesy, but really Pong is really Commodore 64, even PC, the old like DOS games even. God, I'm old. But I think my real first connection was with the NES. I just remember, starting out playing, Duck Hunt and Mario, of course, and obviously the gold cartridge from The Legend of Zelda was really where I started. And then, of course, 16-bit Genesis was also one of my first real connections. I remember my father and I really bonded over the 16-bit Genesis, because that's where my dad and I really started playing a lot together. And I've kind of from the beginning, I've grown up with this generation of 30. I'm 38, so you know, I'm one of those kids that, you know, or one of those adults, I should say, that grew up playing, you know, the video games. So, but I still play a little bit. You know, I still have games that I play, but most of the time I play games now is more or less for research. Yeah.
The music of Western and Japanese games are differ fundamentally. What do you think is the uniqueness of Japanese video game music?
The difference between America and Japan is that, you know, we in America we really look up to the Japanese, you know, in terms of kind of our style. What we've been able to do is we've been able to use orchestra, you know, and we've been able to use these big sound libraries to kind of create this, I want to say, Hollywood sound, you know, kind of like more of like a film type scores. So like, for example, some of the newer games, like, you know, we actually hire orchestras to record these soundtracks, you know, whereas Japan, they're still using kind of more electronic, you know, they are starting to move more into like symphonies and hiring orchestras to record these soundtracks. But I think that's really the biggest difference is we've definitely kind of gone into hiring more orchestras, more recording with like we do with film.
Could you possibly arrange concert about other Nintendo games? Do you have a personal favorite series? Maybe you would turn into a concert series.
Absolutely. You know, when I first started working with Nintendo, I created a concert called Play a Video Game Symphony, which featured a catalog of music not just from Nintendo but also other, you know, other titles as well, not non-Nintendo. But obviously, the idea would be to create a concert that is Nintendo All-Stars, you know, that would feature, you know, all Metroid, you know, Mario, of course, Zelda, of course, Kirby, Kid Icarus. You know, there's so much to pull from, you know, Star Fox, you know. So if I had my way, of course, I would create a concert for Nintendo that would, you know, bring in all these different fans, you know, not just Zelda, but to bring them all together that are fans of Nintendo, you know, and yeah, that would be a dream.
That sounds awesome. What makes the music of the Legends of Zelda games unique and sets it apart from other games, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think the music itself really lends beautifully to a symphonic production like we have here tonight. There's a lot of emotion within the game that really is brought out by the music. And obviously, yeah, anytime you have a franchise that's spanned almost 30 years, which we're coming up on, there's a lot to pull from. You know, there's a lot of beautiful melodies and themes, and you know, Mr. Kondo, you know, he knew what he was doing. You know, he knew that this sound is what he was creating for The Legend of Zelda was going to be timeless. You know, it's some of the best music. You know, I mean, the main theme of The Legend of Zelda, everyone knows it, right? And so, yeah, it's just the story and the music go hand in hand, and you know, yeah. I think that answers it. I think, you know, I mean, it's only natural. You know, it plays in perfectly with what I'm doing in terms of presenting symphony concerts. The Legend of Zelda is, in my opinion, one of the franchises that really is worthy of a symphonic treatment. And yeah.
Do you have any favorite song in the Legend of Zelda series?
Absolutely. You know, I think. You know, I mean, the arrangements that I worked on for this particular one, which I'm very hands-on, you know, obviously are my favorites, really. You know, A Link Between Worlds, you know, I was very involved in that, so you know, I took a lot more responsibility for a lot of the newer pieces that we've added to this program. So those really, I think when I was conceptualizing them and working with Mr. Kondo and Mr. Aonuma, you know, I kind of had this imagination for what it could sound like, and then of course when it was performed, it just played down beautifully. So A Link Between Worlds, the arrangement you'll hear tonight, is one of my favorites. And then of course our new Majora's Mask arrangement that we've added for this particular program. You'll understand why I think it's one of my favorite pieces. It really utilizes all the musicians on stage. We have a 66-piece orchestra and a 24-voice choir. So part of my job is to make sure that all those musicians that we're paying for are kept busy. And so you'll get the sense of that on both those pieces.
Then thanks for the interview.
Oh, of course, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And just to speak to Nintendo Germany, all the fans out there, we have more shows. Obviously, the more enthusiasm, the more people who come to these shows, the more opportunities that will come out of it. So we have a show in Hamburg, and we also have a show tomorrow night in Munich. So I know there's a lot of fans in Germany that would love to come to this show, so please make sure you come. And you can also check our website, the Zelda Symphony website, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can, and also Nintendo Facebook, The Legend of Zelda. You can also like us on that, and our newsletter as well. If you want to be the first to know about what's happening, feel free to sign up for our Zelda newsletter. It's a great place to find out about such projects as a DVD or our new e-shop that we just launched. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.